You just stop it in with the crowd. With the blending all day and big loud.
Well, usually I come here and I ride, just ride the comp for, it's, Stefan's been in our community for a long time, I mean, as a lot of people might know, this is the 24th year that this Cologne Youth Park has had an event here, and that Stefan's kind of directed and forefronted it. So there's a lot of history here, and that's why I love coming to this event, because it has such a full spectrum of our community, from the old school to the new school to all the different disciplines all in one place. And and unfortunately, out of all the gnarly things I do, that I'm usually self-inflicted, injured, self-inflicted. But this time, out of all things, end of last year, I came to a stop sign. Nobody was there. Pulled forward, and a semi truck didn't see the stop sign and ran over me in my car, and it messed my shoulder up really bad. And I've just had to. It injured me pretty severely, to where I've been working on just rehabilitating from that injury, and I still haven't gotten my body back in line and in sync to be able to ride. So I'm here just trying to contribute in other ways, and doing some stuff for the TV, hosting it a little bit, and just kind of doing some intros because it's the first year they've had television kind of cover this event. So yeah, that's what I'm here this time for. I kind of grew up in the, like the old punk rock era, a lot of DC hardcore, Discord, Ian MacKay is a good friend of mine, and I've just always cherished his music and his attitude and his way he lives life. There's a lot of hip-hop and rap and stuff in the very, very beginning, that kind of old, I'm really old school in my music, I love like that second gen of punk rock, just being from like just the DIY, do-it-yourself kind of attitude, and just all that kind of fostered, and just and all those little bubbles around the world back in those days, that people were just playing music and living life for they had no other distractions or benefits, like financially. They just did it just because it was their passion, and so I'm really attached to that music still. Yeah, 86 was a great year for like both rap and for punk rock. That was I think that was really, and that's kind of what's happening nowadays. Everybody's kind of like celebrating the 25th or the 20th, reunion of just where that attitude and that fire came from, and it came from that era in the mid 80s. That's where everything that influences the world today, I think, it came from there. Then it was fostered from that time of music and art. Yeah, well, I mean, it was just, it'll never be like it was then, because it was just as pure as it could ever get, and there was no other, it was so subculture. It wasn't cool. It wasn't and now it's like the uncool became cool, whatever. And so now it's like, is it really still cool because it's cool? Because it was really only cool when it wasn't cool. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? So I love that little juggle, It's different now, for sure. I mean, it's just bigger now. So there's a little bit of, there's a lot of different communities and scene within what was originated back in that time, where there was only one scene, and it was it was a hardcore scene. So you got the hardcore scene that's just that understands the pure and true values of what we all dedicated our lives to this for. But they get overshadowed a lot by the commercial era and the coolness of it, the cool factor of it now, So you just have to kind of dig a little deeper to find the truth of what you're here for, And I think now a lot of people, I feel like this generation now that's embracing our arts are now kind of going, okay, that's cool that it's cool, but where'd it come from? And they're starting to really look into it deeper, and they're starting to really they're curious, and they're embracing the roots, and that's a good era, and I think that's just only happened in the last couple of years,